Okay, when you open Flip Boom All-Star, it brings you to this screen, and we're just going to call this Walk Practice, and then hit Create. Your next screen looks like this with your drawing tools here, and then if you click on this, it lets you import images into your screen. This then is for music, but we're going to go back to our drawing tools, and again, like if you have your pencil, you can choose a color, draw with your pencil. You could choose a shape and then fill it in, let's say green, choose the paint bucket, fill it in. So why don't you go ahead and just play with these tools a little bit before we get started. Okay, to get rid of things on your screen, I usually go to the Select tool right here, and then I click and drag, and it selects everything, and then I hit the Delete key on my keyboard, and it makes everything disappear. Or you could have erased everything, whichever way you prefer. So down here at the bottom is your storyboard. This row, the first row, is what appears in your foreground. The second row is what appears in your background. And then any audio that you include will play with that particular scene. So what we want to produce here is a simple stick figure who's going to walk across the screen. And so let's go ahead and choose a background. So I'm going to go to this middle row right here, which is the backgrounds, and click on number 1 for backgrounds. And I'm going to go to the drawings library, and I'm going to come up here and go and find all of my backgrounds, and there is one here that is a stage. I'm going to double click it, and it should appear here, which is in my backgrounds row. And then I'm going to duplicate that because I want this stage to appear in my animation. Let's just go up to scene number 10. So I'm going to come over here, and this is a duplicate. I'm going to click it, duplicate. Notice that it duplicates it. Now it's at 1 and 2. I'm going to duplicate it again and again and again, all the way till 10. Okay, so this is going to appear in the background then for 10 scenes. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a stick figure right here in the foreground. So I'm going to go back to number 1, click in the first space, which is the foreground. I'm going to switch my tools over, and I'm going to go to the sphere or the circle. I'm going to draw it just in black, and I'm just going to draw a simple head right here, and then I'm going to fill it in, and I'm going to draw a simple body using just the lines. So this is going to be just very basic, and you're going to draw him just like your first picture is drawn, so kind of like standing and you can draw some feet on him, and here just kind of standing still with his arms kind of at his side. Just something like that, very simple. Now you should notice in scene number 1 here in the foreground your little figure with the stage in the background. So we're going to duplicate this figure so that it appears in scene number 2. So I'm going to go down here to the duplicate page, just click it, and it's going to appear for number 2 as well. Now I want to move him just a little bit to the right so it appears that he's going to be walking and get ready for the next scene. So I'm going to come all the way up here to my select tool. I'm going to click and drag around my character, and I'm just going to click and move him a little bit to the right. Okay, what you're going to notice is this pink outline. That is the frame or the scene that happens right before this second one. Okay, and then you're going to change this figure to look like the picture on your page for scene or frame number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and change this, and you do it on yours. Okay, so now you notice I changed my figure, so it appears that he is bending his leg here, and the other one is now straight. So again, I'm going to duplicate this figure so it appears now in number 3, and I'm going to take this one and move him forward. Select tool, select all of him, click and drag and move him just a little bit so he appears here. Then change him in some way, which is picture number 3 or frame number 3 on your paper. And then you continue in the same way until you have all of them. Okay, so I went ahead and I filled in quickly all the frames up to 10. And I'm back on frame or scene number 1 in the foreground. And you'll notice that there's a green figure here. That just means where number 2 comes in. Now over here, you're going to have a play button. What I do is I click on this button, means that it loops. The animation will loop. If you click it again, it means it'll only play it one time. So gray it out, hit play, and it'll walk across the stage, and then it'll stop. Hit play again. Okay, my figure is walking, but he's a little bit weird. Hopefully you did a better job than I did, but that's the basic idea for animation. Okay, I'm going to add some just some footsteps then, or some audio in the background. So I'm going to go to the headphones here with the music sign, and I'm going to go to the boombox and choose number 5 here with the footsteps. I'm just going to click and drag it down here so it takes up my audio. And notice that it's a little bit short, so I'm going to click and drag it down here again. And then I'm going to do it one more time. So when I hit the play button now, there's a little bit of audio going along with his walk. So the last part is to export your animation in a certain type of file. So I'm going to click the popcorn right here, and I'm just going to choose Flash. Click on it, and it says where do you want to save it. So I'm going to go ahead and save it to my Tech Coach folder under Flipboom All-Star Walk Practice. You could save it wherever you want. I'm going to call it Walk Practice Final and hit save, and then it will export it in that format, and then you should be able to play it using your Internet Explorer or whatever browser you're using. You should play in the browser as long as you have Flash installed. So go ahead and minimize your Flipboom All-Star and navigate your way to where you saved it. Remember, I saved it in my Tech Coach folder under Walk Practice, and it's called Walk Practice Final. When I double click that, it should open up in your browser and play. Notice that it's completely looped, and that's it.